pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thanks for everybody coming. October 7th meeting. New roll call, just to be politically correct. Sheila,
Present.
Amy,
Here.
Anita,
Here.
Lacey,
Here.
myself here. All right. If we could get a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. We need to approve September 2nd minutes. Get a motion to approve the minutes from September 2nd's meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I will second it. All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion carried. Financial reports. If we could get a motion to approve the financial reports.
I'll make the motion.
I will second. Any discussion on the financial reports? One thing, I'll bring this up, just so, in some of the past ones, I don't know if it's possible, they showed like percentages.
I can put it back on there.
Okay, no, I didn't know if that was a
I
major
just
or
took
not.
the 24, 25 one off, and this is what it came up with, so
Yeah,
I can
no
add
worries.
it back.
Okay, if it's possible, like I said, I don't know if it's squeezing the pages without going to there.
I think I can.
Okay,
I'll try.
anything else for everybody? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Payment of the bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
I will second. Any discussion?
I do. Hang on here.
Oh, St. Joe County Road Commission, is that for Dickinson?
Dickinson Road and some of the chip and seal and stuff that we did around, yes. That's all, that was our bill for the year.
Have they started on Dickinson Road? I don't go that way. so-
Yeah, it's done, it was one of the first roads
It's
done.
been done? Oh.
They waited for almost 2.5, 3 months before they billed us.
Yeah.
Oh.
I done it in the
So-
summertime.
They collected, or, I wouldn't collected it, it was, the other company, but they came in, they had a big project that was on hold, so they jumped on, and they had the straight shot roads they did right away and knocked it out. It's a pretty nice road. Just
Okay.
jump on it. Anything else on the payment of the bills? Total on that was $131,348.58. Do roll call on that one?
On all the bills?
Yeah, yep.
Yes. Sheila?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Anita?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Myself, yes.
All right, old business. We had Southwest Michigan Planning Council come in for our master plan, in our planning commission last night. We have a contract and we're underway of starting the master plan. Brian, our contact there, is gonna update all, he's working on getting updated maps, for zoning and any parcel changes. So our next meeting for there is December 1st, where he's supposed to have our goals that we talked about, that we're looking for. They're gonna use some of the stuff off the old master plan, and hopefully have an updated map. There's like 4 different maps out there, so he has to compile all of it, get stuff from the county, to try to get everything, so he can present us with a map to make sure it's what we want and if there's any changes that we need to be made on it. So he's hoping he can have it done by December 1st. Water to cemetery, we put that on hold. Myself and the village, we have came up with another plan that would reduce the cost to get water back there. I talked with Lovejoy about possibly coming across the backside of his field right along the property line off McKenzie Avenue, since there are taps right there, and coming in, and we could put a line in relatively cheap. We have the equipment there, or even if we hired the whole thing done, it would be a tremendous savings to do it that route. So we're just waiting for Lovejoy to get back where we can get approval for that. And if they do, then we'll have a total on what that's gonna be, and it'll be substantial, and then we can get water back at the back part of the cemetery again. Township phone systems are up and going now. If anybody's called in recently, there's a new menu on there. It has all the departments, so you can leave a message for each department. Bobby at the main office, there's one for supervisor, treasurer, clerk, the fire department. Cemetery's got one on there. They do transcribe all the voicemails right to email, so it emails all of us. So we'll have, that's a positive. We have copies of all that, and it's been going pretty good so far. They had a couple little hiccups getting things transferred to the right departments, but it wasn't nothing major, so that's up and going. Seems to be working pretty good. Bobby, you do the most with it, so.
Yeah, it's cut down. The biggest change is gonna be the burn permit.
Oh yeah, and the burn permits will, after this month goes through, we will switch burn permits. Doing that if somebody wants to come in and get one, but burn permits, they'll be able to call in, leave all the information. The two had, who's ever at the time that they're Tyler to see, like if Tyler's gone, he'll promote somebody else to take it. The calls will go right to them, and that way if a call goes in, they have it right on their phone. They know where they can document it. Bobby also gets a copy of that, and she'll make documentation in there as well. So it'll save a lot of, time and headaches with filling out all the paperwork forms, but then also when people can't get here by the times that the office is open, they can call in, because even like Montville Township has to do burn permits through us because we're their fire department. So that there is also a link on that phone number to click for burn permits for doing that. And like I said, at the next month's meeting, it'll be fully operational, and we're gonna probably switch to that full time.
And
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Do we have to have some kind of an ordinance or something? I remember when we first started talking about this, in order to switch to the, phone process, that we had to have an ordinance or something in place, because we have something in place now. I can't remember everything, Jason.
I know, when I looked up, all it said on the ordinance, and I'll double check this just to make sure, is that the burn permits are required for people to burn. And it never specifically said where they had to get them or how they had to get them. All it says is that burn permits were required. It has a list on there of things that you can and can't burn in the ordinance. But I will double check on that to make sure before next meeting when we put it in place.
Okay.
And if we do need to make a resolution, we can at that time.
Okay.
And they're only good for what?
4 days.
4 days.
Yep,
And we'll update the website effective November 1st.
yes.
I guess I have a question too, sorry, maybe this could have been asked earlier. When she gets the voicemail for the fire department, are you guys still filling out the thing and faxing it?
No,
The county does not want them.
They don't want that anymore?
no.
We're the only fire
So like,
department.
what
that
if
doesn't-
somebody calls 911?
If
It's just up to the fire department to sort through their voicemails?
Well,
I'll
those
probably-
guys will check them.
I'll probably still put it on the log, like write it on the log so it's there, and I'll have it also in a folder on my email, because I can just move it over there.
Right.
And even like now, if they do a paper burn permit and it gets sent over and the county didn't look at it and they dispatch them out, basically we
Don't
don't bill
As long
for
as
it.
they're compliant, you don't
Yes,
bill them?
yes.
Okay, I was just thinking, cause like the fire department guys, I can see them having like 400 I mean, I kinda know how men work, right? Having a lot of voicemails that they haven't really listened to,
Yeah.
and just wondered what the paper trail was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I know they
And-
depend on you, so that's why I was.
yeah,
And like I
Okay,
said, we're working with Tyler and that, and I talked to him, and like I said, I don't think he's gotten any, I know he's gotten a couple voicemails from people that had questions and stuff that went to the fire department. So it's working out good because they go directly through him instead of
But
them calling
somebody's
in and we gotta try
responding.
to call, so
okay,
yes.
as long as they're,
Yep.
okay.
Alright, the sheriff's patrol for the township, they're working on bids for that, we still have not received that. Chad said today we were just put the fair going and stuff on, Mr. Spence, that they're just behind on that a little bit, so that's still on hold for there. Raises for employees for Dave Fenner, we talked to him about it, he refused a pay raise. Said if we did a pay raise, he wouldn't work anymore. So at this time, we're just gonna hold off on a raise for him. Budget for the deputy supervisor, did you have a number for that we were putting in, or how are we gonna do that, Lacey? Do you remember?
Well, my suggestion was to budget exactly what we budget for our
Okay.
other deputies, which I think is 10,000 for her and for me, for our deputies.
Okay,
But if we want to implement a line item that we don't currently have, we need to put together a resolution,
okay,
and then it needs to be voted on.
okay, so we'll have to do that do we need a line item for that, or?
We'll have to come up with a line item, which will be like where yours is on the budget, supervisor.
Yep.
It'll be underneath yours, it'll just, instead of being .001, it'll be .002.
Okay.
Just the same way hers and mine are for our deputies. And then, to put it into the budget, it's like a budget amendment,
Okay.
because it's not existing, so it has to have a resolution, which
Okay.
I can type up for the next meeting if you need to, because I just
Okay.
have a sample, I can change it.
Okay, yeah, we probably should do that just to be politically correct. Couple questions, people that called in, credit card machines, I know I talked to you vaguely about this, Nita. What were the thoughts on that? Or doing a credit card machine for payments for not only taxes, but other like payments that people
Well-
make in here?
So about 3 weeks ago, you and I discussed that I had already been reaching out to other municipalities and finding out what they were using, and that when I went to my statewide training, I would be asking what a lot of the other municipalities use for online tax payment,
Mm-hmm,
not in-person credit card. I don't know what that will entail to have both online payments, because credit card payments don't help the person who's in Florida for the winter or lives out of state. They can't come in and bring in their credit card, you
Mhm.
know, just swipe. So that's why I was looking into going with the online, and people will go to our website and they say, pay your taxes online. I got a lot of information when I was at the training, but we haven't had a chance to sit down.
yep, no, that's why I'm just asking, so I don't forget.
But yeah,
And is there, so like when they do the online payment, so we would be linked to a credit card company or something?
no,
It did, that
we
should be
have
a
a link
thing.
on our webpage, and it says, pay your tax bill.
Okay,
And they go in and they put their property ID number, they enter their name, their credit card number, all that stuff, how much, they put everything in, and then they choose if they wanna pay for a fee or an ACH, it'll take that, but still $1.99 a lot of places, so, you know, they get to make that choice, and then it goes through, but then I'm still working on what kind of paperwork is gonna follow these transactions, because I don't know at this point what
right,
it's going to entail, but having both online
Yep.
and credit card, no, I'm not for that. Or we need to do more research
Right, that's
into
it,
it,
yep.
because if it's, you know,
so my question would be is, yeah, so if the tax one, and we wanna do any kind of payments, like if somebody has an outstanding, like a bill, like that we bill out, and they want to pay with credit card, could that go through that same system, or would it be two different systems?
I'm sorry, say again,
Okay.
outstanding.
So like if we did a fire department bill,
Oh, okay,
so
so you're not
could
talking
they come in and
taxes.
pay with credit card in that system, or would we have to have two
No, that
different
is
systems?
for
Taxes.
property taxes
Okay.
only, yeah.
So that's what I meant, that's,
Okay,
I wasn't sure if
fine.
we could do that, that's why I wanted to
And
ask
then
you.
even with a credit card, if it was used at the source here,
Yep,
that still has to have paperwork that gets followed up, and what happens if something doesn't go through, or,
Right.
you know, it gets bounced, or, so, to me, there's still a lot more, to look into to see what is going to entail and how much work it's going to be.
Okay.
But I don't see us having two separate systems,
Okay.
truthfully, but we, can talk some more about that.
yeah,
And
that's why I
I'll
wasn't
have
sure
a
if we can,
report next time, because I got some sources when I was at my training.
we're doing the land tax payment.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
told me who they use, so I have different people have used different sources,
Okay,
so.
alright. That's all for old business, new business, I think, is that for old business, yes. New business, we have, we were looking at the carpet up in the EMS room. There's a couple major tears up in the carpet up there, and we went back and it's over 25 years old. So, we did get 2 estimates, we called 4 places, 2 people gave us estimates. And I don't expect, I just wanna, we need to figure out funding where we're gonna do this from. To do the room, the 2 rooms that the people, the paramedics sleep in, and then their 1 room that's attached right to that. I got 1 bill for an estimate for $3,768, and this one would be, should have told that up. Right all over it. Did I do that right?
It's over 4,000.
Yeah, it's 2949 plus 756, 528. So $4,233. One was out of Goshen, one company was out of Sturgis Bower Sox, which have done some work before. So far there's about $6,000, $5,000 difference between the 2 of them. A little over 5,000 difference.
500.
Or 5, yeah. Looking at too many numbers, apologize. So I mean, we're gonna be looking somewhere close to the $4,000 range, to get that. We'll wait and see what the other 2 bids come in at. But I just wanted to address that we are looking, I mean, to do something with that, cause like I said, the 1 tear that's in the carpet is, I don't know, it's probably almost 2 foot long. It's been that way. They had an old desk sitting there at some point, and I think when they moved it, I think the desk
That might
wore a
be
hole
all
through it.
Yeah.
We are looking at more like a commercial. We talked about doing squares, so that if something happens, they can replace them. They said that they've been doing that in a lot of commercial. Both companies agreed that that's probably the way to go with it. It's a lot less money, but than doing the heavier carpets that's up there.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why not do like floating floor or laminated? Why do carpet?
Because the stuff that they track in scratches it up so bad, and if the squares that they do, it's easier to clean the carpets and stuff. If there was a better floor that would hold up, I mean, the stuff that those guys go through, it just seems, I mean, yeah. Like even the bathrooms, they have that luxury vinyl tile, and that wears out twice as fast as what the carpet does, so, yeah, no, I agree, I mean, and especially if they got a little bit of, when they come in with snow and stuff, if it's a little bit, it does, yeah, it's slippery and it does dry me, so. So that's,
It's lasted a while.
yeah, I mean, it's been there a while, I mean, so, and then we had the carpet clean, I should have had that, I should have been under the old business part too. Do you remember what the number was on that?
642.
So all the carpets in the building minus that part that would get changed, is $4,200 to
No.
clean.
$642.
Oh, so I'm sorry, $642, okay, I need my hearing aids turned up, so,
Was that just one quote?
yeah,
Cleaning?
I tried
Just not getting responses.
Modernistic won't service us, Service Master won't service us, so it was, Stanley Steamer was the only one that responded.
Did you try King's on Sturgis?
That's the one they wouldn't call back.
Oh, really?
I mean, we can try them again.
That's okay. I was just
yeah.
curious.
Yeah,
That's
no.
why I
Yeah.
knew, so.
Go
Sorry.
rent a red rug doctor at Walmart. Do it for cheaper.
There's a lot. I mean, so they move everything and they do the chemical one, so it dries like instantly. So I mean, we probably, if we do that, we wouldn't do it until after the elections. The carpet cleaning, because with the traffic, I mean, I know it's not gonna be a
Yeah,
huge
you might as
election,
well
but
wait. Yeah.
and then get that done, have it done before the Christmas stuff. But is that something you guys are willing to entertain the idea of?
Question.
Yes.
Chemical cleaning,
They do, it's
not steam cleaning then?
it's steam, like it is steam. They use a cleaner, but it's something that dries immediately, and
Okay.
so.
Way back in the day, they used to have a thing, they'd come up with a static cloth, you know.
Oh,
Try and
no,
clean your
no,
carpet,
no,
and
it's-
that
it's-
didn't work very good.
It's steam cleaning and the chemical that they use in it. It's
So it's supposed to be like a quick drying.
yeah,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
Could we say yes, but, maybe in the meantime, if we can find something lower to go with that?
Yes, absolutely. And if anybody,
Maybe King's or somebody does reply.
yeah, if anybody has any, yes,
Dave at Red Rose,
okay,
they do carpet cleaning.
okay,
And as far as
Red.
King's, if you call over to Drury Oil, King, the gentleman that does the cleaning, his wife Kendra runs Drury.
Oh, runs the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So there's two more for you,
Yeah,
Thank you.
King's is very reasonable, that's,
and they're really good.
I know he used to do it a long time for me. He used to do other businesses, and but we'll try to reach out to him again to see. And okay, so if
so
we can,
yes.
$640.
Yes, as long as we can't, nothing to exceed that, but if we could find something lower, that'd be great.
and like I said, well, the next meeting will be the day after the elections anyways. We'll have a number back here and we can
Yeah.
vote on it. That'll be
So
the
no
easiest way
vote
to.
today?
No vote today.
We'll
We'll vote on it the
Okay.
next one and then schedule it. All right, that's that for new business. Any public comment?
So there has been several talk from several different people that the water system that is getting put in for Phase 3 in White Pigeon, that's down Fawn River Road,
Okay.
is going to loop all the way around to Lima down 12 and hit back through that to make a continuous loop. Was that voted on by the old board? Has it not been brought up yet? What's happening with that?
The only items that I have seen was going around the paper mill. They're coming down and it will stop about where the cemetery is at on Fawn River Road. There, as of right now, I have not been aware of anything that they're going. I know they want to eventually loop it in all the way around there because having a dead end system. If everybody's using the water, there's no issue with it, but if only like one or two people are using the water, they have to constantly flush out that end because the sediments go to the end of it. Any of the subdivisions where there's a dead end system going into it, just, you get any of the stuff on those dead ends there. If it sits, like when we did the building trades up there, my building trades classroom was at the end of that system, so we were the very last ones. And when we went over Christmas break, come back, all the water smelled like rotten eggs because it lay dormant inside the lines.
That's not normal. That's
So-
normal at my house.
So as of right now, I mean, I can check on that, but I mean, as far as the last I was informed, it was going down somewhere about where the cemetery is, and that's where the main would stop at.
All right.
So. Eric, yeah.
So I was looking at some papers, and Jeff Wagaman, in one of the discussions at the village for the Phase 3 water and the water rate charges, he said that there was a different price that the township residents would pay. And I asked him, and he said he thought it was like 18%. But looking through the, on the village's website, it's actually showing that the township residents would be charged an additional 25% on top of what they're billing to the village residents. is that something that is like etched in stone? Can it be changed? Can it not be changed?
I can look, I honestly, I
It
don't
doesn't
have,
have anything to do with the township.
right,
And
As
it's
far as
normal.
the residents.
No, the village decided that.
yeah,
That's a village implemented fee.
and we can, I can talk with them to find out,
I
like, the
think that's
fees,
a little
because it's,
exorbitant.
We don't have we don't have a say in what the village charges for water.
but I mean, it's possible, because, I mean, the only thing that would be possible, and this is strictly hypothetical, is that those additional fees could be absorbed by, because basically you guys are being forced to have that water put in because of the fee pops.
They still don't have to.
Yeah. Right, they don't have to, yep. So, I mean, like I said, I honestly, I don't know about the fees, I've not been aware of that, but I mean, we can look in and just see.
I didn't know if it fell underneath that agreement for the municipal water.
There's an interlocal agreement, but that's just saying that the township allows the village to run water
Yes.
into the township.
Yep,
But we still don't have any
we don't have say
say
about it,
over
no,
their
yeah.
fees or
Okay,
anything like that.
I just thought that was kind of pricey. Okay.
Yep.
so-
Anybody else? Part of public comments is closed, correspondence from the board.
Yeah, reminder that our meeting next month is the 5th, which is a Wednesday, because of the election.
Okay. Anybody else? Zoning administrators report, Mr. Mixon is still working with, the people on Dogwood Shores. They're making great progress on cleaning stuff up. It's two ladies that's doing all this stuff. Were able to get people to get, they had a couple trailers and stuff like that that were out there that were not theirs, that they let people put there, that stuff's been picked up. So they gave a 30-day extension to them because they are making progress and he's trying to work with them. It's better than if we can avoid going to court, so we're working with them, they're working with us, so they're doing a good job. The one on Bonner Road, we had a complaint out there. They have moved a bunch of stuff. They have until the 31st of this month to get everything picked up, but they are complying with everything to make that. And I know just another thing he didn't put on here is they have been writing a ton of zoning permits for new buildings and stuff going up in our township. So we are doing really well at that. Planning Commission, we had a meeting last night. They did give a special use permit.
Yeah, zoning and then treasurers.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
go
was
ahead,
doing,
go ahead, that sounds it tonight.
I just,
I noticed the order keeps changing.
Bobby does it to keep me on my toes.
Probably keeps us
So-
on our toes.
All right, you wanna go, Anita, or?
Okay, I'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
you go ahead and
wanna
go, 'cause
take get your.
Yeah, get my stuff in order.
So, we finished summer tax collection on September 15th was the last day to pay without interest penalties. We still have some payments coming in. People are still late, but they're coming in to pay. And, we go ahead and we collect through the end of winter taxes, so there's no cutoff date like there is in, winter taxes, where it would go to the county, so it continues to come and be paid here. Our tax roll, is the same as last time. It was set at, we were supposed to collect $3,160,660. To date, we have collected $2,885,950. And so to date, we have an uncollected of $280,400, which is not too bad to be this close, so. Okay. And I continue to make my disbursements to St. Joseph County and the township every 2 weeks. And I also have my monthly bank statement ending balances as of September 30th. Our tax collection fund has $2,044,000 in it. The general fund has 1.3 million in it. Our savings fund has, unfortunately, only $235,000 in it. Our fire equipment fund has $69,795. Let's see what else. The disaster fund has $575 in it, and the fire insurance protection fund has $101 in it. And these last two, the disaster fund and the fire insurance fund, those keep going inactive because there's not been any money put into them. So looking back through older records, there was like $1 put in it to activate it again. So at first they let me go ahead and reactivate it, but now the bank is saying no. So I'll be looking at, I don't know, putting $1 in it or putting more money in them. That's all I have.
Okay,
Your turn.
now it's my turn, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so treasurer report's there, supervisor report. Planning commission was meeting with last night. We did approve, a special use permit for the, what's it called,
Michiana.
MEQ. So out on 131, it's the old Centurion building. They do a bunch of online sales. They buy big pallets of stuff like Walmart, Myers, Target,
Amazon.
what's that?
Amazon.
Amazon, wherever, and they do online auctions out there. They're open a retail facility where they're gonna have like a little storefront in there. I stopped out there to talk to the gentleman today. They had a big sale going on out there. It was $20 a bag, and there was a lot of people out there. I mean, when I pulled in there was probably 15 cars there. When I left, there was like 25 cars, people going in on the sales and stuff. So it's another little great business to have in our area. So if you get time, check it out. And like I said, maybe they have something useful that you may need. Also last night at the meeting, Brian from South Michigan Planning Commission set that up again. Our next Planning Commission meeting, it's not a normal meeting. It's going to be December 1st, 2025, and we moved it up to 5 p.m. because we're going to have a lot of the maps and stuff to discuss the start of our master plan. So again, 5 p.m. December 1st, that one got moved to. Our zoning board of appeals meeting, our next meeting is October 14th. We do have a couple of appeals that are on there. People want some variances for some buildings. Fire board, the fire administration board, we had our meeting, continuing to work on our 5-year plan. We're gonna set together a list of goals and stuff like that. Ricky Hart's gonna put together a chart, one of our meeting members, to try to get that 5-year plan, so when we know where we need to be in 5 years with the people on the department, equipment, manpower, anything that we can do to keep our fire department going good as it is. Couple dates, the food drive on November 26th and December 6th at the Wagner's are the 2 preliminary dates. And then the Santa at the fire station is December 13th. Fire runs that they had for last month, Montville had 7 fire runs. The village had 5 calls. The township had 3 and one mutual aid call.
Does it seem like the runs are down?
They have been. So I mean, they're, knock on wood for those guys. I mean, they like it. I mean, it's more when they have the runs, like Tyler said, they're kind of in like a little bit of slump. So I know during this month they are doing one of the trainings where they're getting some cars that were donated and stuff, and the guys will be practicing out here. They get to cut the cars all off. I told them bring my big front end loader and flip one of them over and kind of crush it up a little bit, so they actually have, like, the car went through a rollover rack where they have to do an extrication on it. Yes.
So last month at the village, they did the special assessment district for the fire. And section 4 of the contract states that the township is supposed to give the village a rundown of all the calls every month.
Yep.
Has that been getting done since then, or?
Yes, they have copies of them, and that they do, like, they email, like, how many runs have gone in there, and if they want, like, the actual call, the breakdown of it, then they contact us. I mean, we have been sending every
I
full
don't get
detail.
anything for the,
So Tyler, I know Tyler's been doing, but we don't bill them, so,
Because I asked about it, and basically it hasn't been done, is what I was told.
okay.
So,
I'll check on that with
Okay.
Tyler tomorrow. Find out if maybe there was a miscommunication that, okay.
And your truck was sold from the sewer truck?
The sewer department, yep. So the sewer department, they did sell the truck out there. I think it was 15,000. I mean, they got a really decent price out of it, and I mean, it was a nice truck, had a nice plow on it, and I believe the gentleman, I thought he was from Mendon, that purchased it.
Does that go by like the highest bidder?
Yes, yep. So they had 17 bids on the truck.
Wow.
So they had a lot of bids.
I saw a lot of people looking at it when I was here, so.
And then our board of review, the next meeting is at December 10th. I believe it's
10
10
a.m.
10 a.m., yep. Cemetery report, did Vince set anything up with
I
you?
have it, I can read it.
Yep,
Okay. Mow, trim, and funerals, cut down plantings around the signage, removed a ton of neglected urns that have not been planted for years, placed them in the brick building in the Schottler addition, re-leveled the urns that were left at the grave sites, turned many of them upside down and monitor them for next year, and removed those that aren't planted, because some have been there 10 years, and it's just more maintenance to have to trim around them and stuff, so. Dug 13 foundations by hand, removed the forms, filled the form areas with topsoil. Every foundation had to have 4 buckets of water dumped into each one after the grass was moved due to the ground being hard and dry. If the water issue was repaired, I could have used hoses instead of transporting buckets. Removed all summer decorations and discarded them. Left any saddle and decent decorations outside of the building for a couple weeks before discarding. Dug out all the yucca plantings in the cemetery, and in the process under 3 headstones that the plantings had overgrown. That's about it.
okay. One thing while we are on the cemetery report, I know we don't have set hours up there for the sexton, like for people to do site visits with him. It might be something we need to look at, either 1 or 2 days a week, because I know Vince isn't available all day, because he goes in at what, noon or 1?
No, he goes in at about 2:30.
Okay, so we might need to put in having like a set day, so when people, if they want to come up to go do a site visit with him, to go through there, we can kind of plan, and it would make it easier on him, I think, as well. Possibly, I'll talk with him about that, but I just wanted to let you guys know, I mean, that we,
He's usually pretty flexible.
right.
You know,
But like I said,
sometimes he just gets home and then he'll call and go, hey.
Oh, yeah,
it's
well, that's what I said,
like-
if we had an hours, I mean, kind
Yeah.
of on, for him to do that, it'd make it
Yeah.
easier on everybody in that part of it. All right, ambulance report. Amy?
Next meeting is in November 20th in Centerville.
Oh, I forgot. Susie
Yep.
washed all the signs too.
Okay.
Washed and cleaned all the signs.
Yep.
I might skip that.
And we need to find, I know I talked about, he was gonna look to see if they could find, cause that one is really bad. Where though, like all the lettering's like cracking on it and
Yeah.
stuff, if we could find out where those came from to get them or have them reduplicated.
He told LaGrange, somewhere in LaGrange did it.
Okay.
So,
If not, we might need to make somebody just to
Yeah.
get, the one wasn't bad, but we were up there today, I washed one of them so we could get a good picture of it, and then the one was like all cracked up
oh,
real
they've been
bad.
there for
Oh, yeah.
a long time. So, I think they're pretty good. Yeah.
administrative report, so we did a breakdown of Bobby's duties inside there, so I'll go through these real quick. So, picked up mail daily. Last month she did 160 property taxes from the residents that she collected.
I didn't look, I just received them.
Just received them, yeah. Enrolled the hotel reservations for everybody that's the the treasurer, the deputy supervisor, and trustees for going to the conferences. Received a minimum of 85 incoming calls. Researched and contacted Midwest Sign for repair of our sign out front. Processed zoning permits. Returned zoning permits to residents that came in from the village by mistake. Did notaries for residents and our zoning people, because everything has to be notarized. Updated time and messages on electronic sign. She ordered no parking signs for the cemetery, and I've got those for Vince as well, because we're gonna put them along the side there, just so the people moved in up there. Processed 2 variances and 1 special use permit, including the research, preparation, public notices sent, 26 notices, certified mailings to all the people within so many feet, posted them at the library, township office, and on the website. Proof the township minutes, scanned, uploaded to the website. Prepared minutes for the fire administration board, scanned, uploaded documents to the on-demand website. Scanned and emailed requests for variances to be uploaded to the township's website. Obtained quotes for carpet cleaning for the township. Printed all the online bills. Scheduled online payments for Keystone Fuel for the cemetery and the fire department. Processed payments for foundations to be poured at the cemetery. Processed payments for relocation of remains at cemetery. Answered questions regarding cemetery location, monument companies. Provided parcel information for parcel residents, I'm sorry. Verified pet cemetery charges. There was confusion about that, so we had to go through a bunch of different ordinances and resolutions to figure out what the current rates were. Prepared a summary of all the foundations to be poured at the cemetery. So now we do have a nice, she has a list, Vince has a list, they get done, he checks them off, and if a monument company comes in, we know where all those are done correct at time, and we don't have a miscommunication in that. She received and processed payments for the fire department invoices. Verified location of cemetery plots and coordinated remains, openings, and burials with the funeral home and the sexton. Sold cemetery plots. Still updating on the cemetery map. Provided burial information to the funeral home. Prepared invoices for rent for August, September, and October for the ambulance department. Process payments for 5 building permits for September, 11 electrical permits, 6 plumbing permits. Scanned 10 documents for Montville Township for their fire runs for September and August. Processed fire department runs for White Pigeon Township, August, September, billed 19 previous runs. And that was because Tyler was behind getting them to us, so. Pre-filled parcel filings, or pre-filed, I'm sorry. Recycled all the scrap paper. The new phone system was installed. Issued dump passes and burn passes, 39 dump passes, 31 burn permits. Duties described as the job description. Thank you, Bobby, for your services that you've done. And you did get a very nice card in the mail from one of the people you helped out that was from out of state, thanking her for going above and beyond, for getting the arrangement set up, for having a foundation plot done. She sent a real nice card thanking her for everything. I mean, multiple phone calls I know went in contact with her, getting set up events so they can have all that stuff taken care of. So thank you for that. Clerk report.
Mostly it's just informational, but the biggest thing is, I'll do a resolution for the deputy supervisor next meeting. So our payroll software seems to not like how we do payroll because of it being monthly and being a different date every month. So, just discussion with Nicolette that I had, we're discussing doing a day, like the 25th of every month, rather than we do the last Thursday. We've always done the last Thursday, that's what they did before I started here. I just continued to do that way. Would have been easier if we were still on QuickBooks, but we're not. So we just, if you guys are open to doing a specific day rather than the last Thursday, I don't really think most of us don't care as long as we get paid.
Is that for all the hourly employees as well, or just the?
Yeah, everybody
or
gets paid the same day.
Okay.
And it's always been monthly, it's always been the last Thursday, and I just continued to do it the way they did it prior to me. Just our software doesn't like that it's not consistent, you know? So it's just troublesome sometimes. So I was just wondering, I don't wanna do the 25th because that's Christmas, so you always wanna avoid days like that, but do you guys, anybody have a suggestion? Or do you care? If I come up with a day, are you okay with whatever I come up with?
I have a question. Does Nicolette have a contract
She
for
does.
providing her services?
Yeah, it's renewed
Okay.
annually.
And that would be the first of the year then?
I'll have to look at it, it's not the first of the year.
I was just
because
wondering
it's
what it
whenever
might
we
say in
implemented
there.
it.
As to, you know, if it's already set up, that it would be whatever.
No, she does based on what I've told her, so
Okay.
she wouldn't care what day we change,
Okay.
but we, annually, we just renew,
Yeah.
so, I can look, we started at a weird date with her services, it might even be soon, I'll have to look, but I have a file. Cause she doesn't care, she just needs to know something consistently. And when it's, the last Thursday of the month, almost every month, that's a different date,
Mhm.
you know, so it's, her computer doesn't like it, so she's the one that asked me to ask for the next calendar year if anybody had any input. So, okay, doesn't matter if you guys,
No?
so as long as we get paid, nobody really cares.
You guys don't care?
What if that date fall on a Saturday or Sunday though?
So it'll be, if it did fall on a Saturday or Sunday, just like a bank holiday. If you're doing an ACH and it's a bank holiday, it's gonna be the next business day. Same with a
Okay.
holiday, it
So
would
the
go
other
the
Monday.
next business day. Yeah, but I would like to,
What's the issue with like, it's not like it's the same day, but it's always that last Thursday, she can't go in there
cause
and,
it's not always, she can manually change it, but her computer wants it to be more consistent 30-day calendar such. You know?
yeah, it's just weird, cause in all the years I did payroll, it was the payroll companies, I mean, it was just. it was
Right.
bad.
Her problem is it's trying, when she does payroll, it's auto in there, it's setting the date for, like the fire department uses a system, and their report that they give me for payroll, the dates are funky. It's the first day of when they sent me their payroll through the day that I get the payroll. And if it's 1 or 2 days off, her system is like, how come it's not the same amount of days each time? So it's auto correcting the date to not the last Thursday. And then unless she or I remember to look at that, which let's be honest, she's got 6 kids, and once I leave the office, it's out of my mind. So sometimes it's kicking back for different reasons, various reasons, and we're not catching it until the next day or the next business day, and it's, you know, which 2 times we've got paid on a Friday this year rather than the last Thursday because of things like this.
Yeah, but if you make it for a certain date, then it's gonna fall on a different day every month.
No, it's gonna be on the 26th of every single month.
Maybe a different day, just the
A
same
A different
day.
day,
Yes.
right, it could be a different day of the week, which yes, it's not as convenient for me, cause you know, I come in Tuesdays to do payroll for it to hit Thursday.
Yeah.
It's fine, like I can make it work, I pop in here, you know, multiple times a week. So it's not that big a deal for me, I just want something consistent, so when I say you're getting paid on Thursday, you're actually getting paid on Thursday, you know? So,
Would it be, I mean, almost beneficial to roll it until like the first of the month and do it like on the second of the month?
yeah, we could do
So that way you
the
have.
first of each month, but it's actually the prior month's
Right.
payroll. So we could do the first.
Sounds like the government.
Yeah, I mean, well, we are, I mean, but, so,
I don't care, Nicolette just suggested a day, like pick a day, the 20th of each month, whether it be Sunday or Wednesday, whatever it is. And then obviously if it's Sunday, your check's not gonna hit your bank account until Monday. The only problem is Mondays, there's a lot of bank holidays on Mondays.
what's it,
So
well,
let's not do like,
Right.
well, I guess I wouldn't know.
you would know if you're.
Yeah, I
if
don't
you're
know.
not-
Date or a day?
A date, we need to go by a date, a number,
Like the 15th of each month?
yes.
That's in the middle of the month, might as well do it.
So we'll be paid 2 weeks in arrears.
What?
So if we do it on the 15th of the month, they're gonna pay us for the month before.
You'd be 2 weeks for the month before.
I would
and then-
prefer to keep it
and-
similar to
Yeah,
how it
we'll
is
be paid in
now,
advance,
at
we'll
the
be
end of
paid
the
in-
month.
Yes.
Towards the end of the
Which is
month.
fine.
I would prefer to keep it similar to how it is now and it be the end of the month, just towards the end of the month rather than the last Thursday, like the 26th or 28th or something similar to what we're doing now, so it's not everybody having to change how we're in one paycheck's gonna be funky, trying to figure out like how many days we're
Yep.
The
off.
28th
Oh,
would
yeah,
work
we'll return our paycheck, too.
Yeah.
because of February,
Right, there's always at least 28 days.
and that way you're not running into normally Thanksgiving and you don't have Christmas
Right.
or anything like that.
I'm
I know
good.
that a lot of people have auto pay coming
Yeah.
out of their check, so that could be, you know, an issue of not getting their full check or, you know,
Right.
reeling it back. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, cause I do the last Thursday, the week of Christmas and Thanksgiving, I always do the week before. Just to avoid all those bank holidays. I've always done it that way, but then it's also nice for some people to get paid before Christmas, you know what I mean? And I've always done that just as a convenience to myself because of bank holidays and to the employees, it's nice to get paid before Black Friday and before Christmas. Okay, I'll just think on it and
Okay.
bring a date and we'll,
Black Friday, no.
don't need to talk about it anymore. But other than that, we have an election coming up, so I have required weekend hours, and I'm gonna be here on Sunday, the 2nd, from 7 to 3. We did our public accuracy test on Thursday, everything went great. Our county, we have a new election specialty person at the county. So they requested this time that we, after we did our accuracy test, that we actually go onto the county website and upload our results like we do on election night, just to make sure that they knew on their end what they were doing and that they got everything from everybody in the county how they wanted it. Basically them learning and then us practicing, I guess, because it's the same thing we always do, but a little bit more work for Norma and I. Because we have to upload them and then reach out and say, did you receive them? And then they have to get their IT people and make sure that everything came through how it should. But other than that, I'll be here on Monday before the election until 4, and Sunday from 7 to 3, and then the day of the election. But that's it. I think that's it.
Alright, board comments. Cigar time. Amy,
I do have a question. When it comes to the sign out there,
Mhm.
Can you make it so it stays on a little bit longer so you can read it?
I can do that.
Oh, bless you,
Sometimes
because I'm
the
like,
colors aren't good.
yes,
Red and
sometimes,
yellow,
yeah.
red and orange, some show
Yeah,
well.
the color. I've had a couple
Those
people,
blind people.
yeah, say something to me, and then I'm one of them too. I drive by and I'm like, oh, I didn't catch that, okay.
Not
You're
at
supposed-
55 miles
You're
an hour.
supposed to
you're
stop and pull in the parking lot.
Sit, read it?
Yep.
For the notarized documents for residents,
Mhm.
is that a free service
Mhm.
for our residents?
Yes.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah. So you process the payments for the foundations through and stuff to go out to the people for.
So we charge 40 cents a square foot for the
Square inch.
foundation, square inch,
Yep.
foot. Look at it, I
Yep.
picked it up from you. For them to pour the foundations for the monuments to sit on it.
That's all I have.
Okay. Sheila, anything?
No.
Nita?
Just one comment, I think we need to have someone come in and look at the copier because all of my ink is chipping off of here.
Okay.
I
You
noticed
put
it
up the
on,
big one in there?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I printed my own report today and I noticed it was chipping off and now I look at the agenda and it's not setting up for some reason. Anyway, thank you, that's all I have.
Okay. Lacey? Myself, nothing. Again, remember the next meeting is a day later because of the elections. And I would make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
6:56.